Can I solve simple math problems? Hello everyone and welcome to For These Are My Thoughts. I'm Blake. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to For These Are My Thoughts, we're trying to help you laugh and relax. And today we're going to try to do that by doing what one of the think tank members recommended, which is do a video solving math problems. And I'm not entirely sure what they meant, if they meant like the viral math problems or whatever. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take a test, a math test, of questions from K through 12 in the United States. So kindergarten through 12th grade, there's 13 questions in total. And we're going to see how dumb I am with math. If you want to be part of the think tank, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and follow us on either Instagram or Facebook or both. That's how you become a member of the think tank. They help me decide some episodes. They get involved in the process here at For These Are My Thoughts, part of the community here at For These Are My Thoughts. But let's see if I can answer some basic math problems. So first up, how many exclamation points do you see? Pretty easy, right? This is a kindergarten question. There's 3 exclamation points. 1, 2, 3. I can count to 3. So there we go. There's the number 3, and it's correct. Nice. Next up, first grade is 13 minus 6. Now, 13 minus 6 is, again, pretty easy for me. So I'm going to go with the number 7. It's correct. Nice job, me. The next one is 37 plus 44. And so when I do math problems like this, because I've seen this on Facebook and on social media, like, how do you solve this problem? Oh my gosh. What I do is I take the 37 and the 40, and I take the 7 and the 4 out, and I do 30 plus 40, which is 70. And then I do 7 plus 4, which is 11. And then you add those together. And the answer is 81. 81 is the right answer. Nice job, me. Passed the second grade. Now on to third grade. Third grade was a little bit of a weird year for me. In third grade, I threw a chair at a girl named Katie because she wouldn't stop talking in the hall and we didn't get Skittles. My anger problem has subsided. My family also moved when I was in third grade for the first time in my life. So a pretty big year in my life. But the question is, does 27... plus 9 equal an odd or an even number? And so 27 plus 9 is 36. 6 is an even number. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I got that one right. I've passed the third grade. On to fourth grade. Now we have a, what do you call it? A word problem? There we go. A word problem. And the word problem is Spencer had 116 pieces of gum. He kept 20 pieces for himself and gave the rest away to 8 of his co-workers. How many pieces of gum did each of his co-workers get? Okay. I think I'm going to need some paper for this one. Be right back. All right, so I got a Sharpie marker and some padded paper so that I can figure this out. So Spencer has 116 pieces of gum. He keeps 20 for himself, so you're going to minus 20 right off the bat. Yeah, okay. So there's 96 pieces. This is going to be interesting. This is only fourth grade. All right, so he's got 96 pieces after keeping 20 for himself. And then he's got 8 coworkers. So you're doing 96 divided by 8. So 8 goes into 9 once. So then you got 16. So I'm going to guess 12. I think it's 12 pieces of gum that each person gets. Let's see if that's the right answer. Boom. All right. Yes, that is the right answer. I've passed the fourth grade and now it's on to fifth grade. And just so you know, these questions that I'm answering are multiple choice. And I hated multiple choice questions on math tests as a kid. It just made me think of like, if I don't get this right, like maybe I do my math wrong, I would just pick the one that was the closest, and that didn't always work out. So I didn't always like that. I liked to just show my work. But this fifth grade question is fraction time. Ew. Simplify this equation to its lowest common denominator. So the denominator is the bottom number, I think. So it's 3/6 plus 2/5 equals. So what's the common denominator? Okay. I think that means I need to find a number that is similar to 3/6 and 2/5. So it's not the number 1. That's the dumbest answer I've ever heard. The other answers are 14/15, 27 over 30, or 9/10. 27/30 is simplified to 9/10. Yeah, so I'm going to say it's 9/10. It has to be, right? Because 3 and 6 is essentially a half. And then you would take that and the 2/5, so you would just you would do 5/10 and then 4/10, and 5 and 4 is 9, and then you keep the 10, so it's got to be 9/10. That is my final answer, 9/10. Boom! I am smarter than a 5th grader. Eat your heart out, Jeff Foxworthy. Hey everyone, before we continue with the next part of our quiz, make sure that you click the link in bio to submit a recommendation. So we had a recommendation for today's episode, and you can certainly put that in your recommendation, or it can be a recommendation about life that we usually put at the end of an episode. Make sure that you, again, click the link in bio. All the information will be on that link of how you submit it, what you can submit, etc. We would love for you to participate in For These Are My Thoughts episodes in this really fun and hopefully meaningful way for you. So click the link in bio, and we would love to share your recommendation on this show. But next up is a triangle, and the question is, how many degrees are missing in this triangle? So that it has a 65-degree angle, a 57-degree angle, and then a question mark. So this is assuming that I know triangle area and what triangles are supposed to equal. Well, they have to equal 180, right? Because if it's a 90-degree triangle, a right triangle, that's 90, and then 2 45s. So it's 180. So it's 65 and 57. So 65 plus 57, 12, 1, 11, 12. Is 122, so 180 minus 122 is 58. It's got to be 58. It's got to be. If it's not 58, I will be disappointed. We learned this in 6th grade. This seems pretty easy. Although I did have to figure it all out. Yes! All right. So I've passed the 6th grade, and now, what the burp is this? Simplify this answer in exponential form. The question is, so the answer is 7xy to the 4th times 4x to the 3rd y to the 3rd. I have no idea what this means. I'm sure I knew how to do it at some point. Like, I don't know if you add the x and the x's together and the y's together and then multiply, or if you multiply them together because there's a multiplication symbol in there. So it gives me answers. This is nice. Thank you for giving me some answers, quiz. And the answers that it has given me is 28x to the 4th, y to the 12th, 28x to the 4th, y to the 7th, 28 x to the 3rd, y to the 7th, or 28x to the 3rd, y to the 12th. I think it has to be 28 3 to the, right? But do you add them? Oh man. I'm going to go 28x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd, or y to the 7th. I don't think that you add them. And it wouldn't be 28x to the 4th if you're multiplying, because 3 times 1 is nothing, is 3. But then I don't think you multiply them. I think you add them all up. So I'm going to say 28x to the 3rd, y to the 7th. No! What? I got it wrong. The answer is 28x to the 4th, y to the 7th. So you do add them. Oh, dang it. I did not get it right, so I failed the 7th grade. But we're on to the 8th grade. And this problem is, again, an angle question. See, I feel like this is something that we learned in like 6th grade. I'm not sure where this quiz thinks I went to high school, but I went to Antigo High School, where they teach stuff. And the question here is, if angle BGA is 70 degrees and angle FGE is 53 degrees, how many degrees is in angle CGD? So it's got the lines. You can see it. I'll put it on the screen here for you. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to draw this out on my handy dandy piece of paper. So there's a line across like that. Okay. So BGA is 70 and FGE is 53. So I think what you have to do is I think you have to find AGF. Like that will tell you the other side, I think. Yeah, because you have to solve it in a circle, I'm pretty sure, so that you can get the one that you need. So I'm going to do it that way. So you got 70 and 53, which is 123. So 180 and 123 is 57. And then you got 57 and 53. 57 and 53 is 120. So that means that DGE, or EGD, I guess, is 60. And then you have 53 and 60, which is 113. So does that mean that that's 67? 180 and 113. 67 is CGD. Is that what I'm looking for? Yes. So 67 is C, G, and D, but that's not an option. What? How did I get that wrong? 53 and 60 is 3 and 11. 180 minus 113, 6, 67. That's got to be right. But it can't be, because 67 is not an answer. The options I have are 70, 53, 60, and 57. You are probably screaming at me watching this video thinking, why doesn't he know the answer? And I have no idea. I'm going to guess 57 because, I mean, we'll just do the lazy thing, right? A, G, and F should be the same as C, G, D, right? So I'm going to say 57. And, oh, yes! How did I get 67, though? I got it right, by the way. But how did I get 67? I don't care. I got it right. We've passed the 8th grade. Now we're into high school, and I was pretty good at math in high school. I wasn't in advanced math because I'm not a nerd. It says find the area of a trapezoid whose parallel sides are 8 and 16 inches respectively. All right, I have so much math on here that I got to turn the page. I'll use the back side. Don't want to waste paper. So a trapezoid, excuse me, whose parallel sides are 8 and 16 inches respectively. Is that what that means? I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in that far, but is that what that means? 8 and 16 parallel sides? How am I supposed to find the area of a trapezoid? Don't you need all of the information? The options I have are 48, 24, 64, and there's not enough info to solve this problem. And that there's not enough info to solve this problem seems way too easy of a guess. I am really tempted to pick it because I don't know. I don't know the answer. And I don't think there's enough information to solve the problem. So I'm going to say there's not enough info to solve the problem. Oh my gosh, there's not. There's not enough info to solve the problem because the height wasn't stated. What does that mean? I guess I know what height means, but anyways. Okay, we're into the 10th grade, sophomore year of high school. An interesting year of life for me. But square root time. Simplify square roots. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the problem is 4 times the square root of 2 times 7 times the square root of 32. But what number? Okay, so 2, I think the square root of 2 is 1. So it's 4 times whatever 7 times the square root of 32 is. What's the square root of 32? I have no idea, right? Because that's what a square root is. It's like a number times itself. There's no number that times itself into 32. What the crap? The answers that it gives me are 1792, 2, I don't think that's the right answer. It can't be 2. 7/17. Why is there a fraction? What in the absolute donkey crap? The last answer is 224. 1792 just seems like way too big of a number. Because if the 32, the square root of 32 has to be less than that. So I'm going to say that it's got to be it's either 224 or 7/17, but that can't be right either. This is ridiculous. I'm going to choose 224 as a guess. Oh my gosh! I got it right. Okay. I'm smart. I am smart. I'm a freaking genius. No, I'm not. So past 10th grade, we're into 11th grade now. The sum in integer 9. What? I think it's supposed to be the sum of an integer n and its reciprocal is equal to 78/15. What is the value of n? The options are 1, -7.5, 5, and there's not enough info to solve this problem. Well, they already put one in here that was not enough information to solve the problem, so it can't be that. Why would they put that in there twice? That doesn't make any sense at all. This is test logic. Okay, so the n, it's reciprocal. 78/15. The reciprocal would be 15/78, which I don't think you can simplify that down. Can you? I don't think so. I don't think there's enough information to solve this problem. I'm going to choose that. Oh, what? I should have known. The answer is n, using the quadratic formula. What? I did not pass the 11th grade, but we're moving on to 12th grade anyways. Oh my gosh. The question is simply solve this equation. It says determine LIM, and then there's this X arrow 4 over the top of that. And then next to that is 3 minus the square root of X over X minus 9. The options are 3 negative 1/5, which I don't think is possible. Wait, no, you can have negative fractions. 8, and the limit does not exist, but I don't remember ever talking about the limit. The limit? What the crap? Peyton Manning, you have any answers for me? No, he doesn't. I've never done this before. Does the X thing mean that like X is 4? So the square root of 4 is 2. So 3 minus 4 is negative 1. And 4 minus 9 is negative 5. So I'm going to say negative 1/5. But what does LIM mean? What does that mean? If this is like some kind of calculus question, I never took calculus because, again, I'm not a nerd. I'm going to go with negative 1/5 because what else could it be? I was right! Awesome. I got 11 of 13 right. I scored better than 81% of all other quiz takers. That means that I'm a genius. It says, is that you, Einstein? Don't patronize me, quiz. But thank you again so much for watching today. As I mentioned before, make sure that you click the link in bio to submit a recommendation. We want you to be involved with the channel by giving recommendations, not just for episodes like today, but like recommendations at the end of an episode. So make sure that you click the link in bio, submit your recommendation. We will share those. We'll share your name, all that stuff. You'll be mentioned. You'll get a shout out on the channel. A fun little way to connect with the channel. And so if you enjoyed any part of today's episode, if we made you laugh, if you learned something today maybe, please consider subscribing. Give us a like. Join the think tank. It is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to my mom, Holly, my stepmom, Jill, my mother-in-law, Carla. Happy Mother's Day to all of my grandparents, my Oma, my aunts, and all of my friends' moms who have taken care of me in some form or fashion over my lifetime. Thank you so much for all you do, moms. And until next time, these are my thoughts. I'm a genius, and I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please give us a like if you enjoyed the video today. You can subscribe hitting the circle button, or you can click the box to watch more for These Are My Thoughts episodes. Thanks so much again. I'll see you soon.